E.S.T here with another video for the Midfield Runners Cup F1 League. This is our Division 2 Junior Division Season 2 recap video. It's a stat dump. I've got it all here for you folks if you're interested in that kind of stuff. If it's a good video, like it for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We do this kind of thing all the time for the league. Check out our Race Hub Discord. There's a link down below. And we want to thank Uncle Eddie's Seasoning as sponsor for Midfield Runners Cup F1 League. All right. So, we'll start with how the championship ended. And I apologize, guys, if you have seen this 100 times because I keep putting it in all my videos. But it's a recap video, so I have to start there, right? Brody won the championship, and he ended up drafted into season, what are we on, 12 of Midfield Runners Cup main division. But here's how the championship final standings shook out. 8 different winners. It was a good season. We're going into season 3 tomorrow. That's why I'm rushing to get this video out, and I apologize for the bad graphics. It's just notes on my phone clipped, right? Anyways, Brody had the most starts with 16. Makes sense, he won the championship. And Doug had the second most with 16. And on down the line there, their average was 12 starts per race, so not bad, I'd say, for our junior division. Top 10s have Brody with the most and Duck tied, 14 apiece. Puddle had 12, Clutch 11, Tony had 9, then SFDPB 8, AJ Mackey, MGT, and D Austin each had 7, and AD rounds out the top 10 with 6 top 10s. Top 5s, Duck had the most with 14, and Brody second with 13. MG and Clutch both had 7. D Austin, Puddle, Tip, and Syra all 5. A1 Dewey 4, and AJ Mackey rounds out the top 10 on top 5s with 3. Podiums, Brody up top on that one. So they traded Duck and Brody for the top 5s and the podiums. Brody had more with 9, Duck 8, MG 6, Austin 5, and Tip and Syra each had 4. Then Puddle, Clutch, A1 Dewey, and Mike Akazichi round out the top 10. And down at the bottom, we have the Nations Cup. And, almost twice as many starters USA had. So it's not even hardly worth comparing. But I do keep stats because that's what I am, the keeper of the league's stats. And USA had the most points, 1,022, and the most wins with 8. Canada had 5 wins, and Mexico 2. And we have a Costa Rican here for the first time in the league with Poppy. How you doing, buddy? There were 9 people who had pole starts. D. Austin had 5, MG had 4, and then a slew. That's 7 with 1 each. And by the way, slew does not mean 7. I just whatever. Fastest laps, only 7 people had them. 2 went down with the ship because if you either DNF or, well, if you don't finish in the top 10, if you don't finish in the top 10, it won't count for the fastest lap. And 2 went down with the ship. D. Austin had 4, MG 3, and Syra 3, and then 4 people each had 1. DNFs did not finish list. 21 people had DNFs. By the way, we had 24 starters. I just couldn't fit it all on the screen back when we were looking at the points, but there were 3, maybe 4 people who didn't have any points, so it didn't matter. AJ Mackey had the most DNFs. Tough to see, 7. Tony had a lot too with 6, and then a handful at 4, and everybody else was below that. The schedule and the winners of the races for Season 2 Midfield Runners Cup Junior Division. We in this league, we run the same races for each division. Tuesdays are Junior and Thursdays are the main division. And we try to race each track at least once in every 2 seasons. Some tracks get raced every season, like USA. And we also cross over to where we line up with real life where we can. So the week they'll be racing, a track, we try to. And the drivers of the day, Clutch, I think, had the most on the season. Yeah, he had 4. Bunch of them there. Duck had a couple. Looks like AJ had a couple. Yeah, drivers of the day. All right, the all-time Midfield Runners Cup Junior Division wins goes to Austin and Syra. They each have 5. Austin got there first, but so that's why he's at the top of the list, but they're tied with 5. 11T, MG, both have 4, and USA Monster with 3, and then several people, including last season's champion, each with 1 win. Now, there's only been 27 races so far, 38 different starters. USA 12 wins over Canada's 10. So Canada has had nowhere near as many starters as USA. To have that many wins comparatively, it's pretty dang good. All-time drivers of the day, those 4 Clutch got puts him up there with Syra and Full Throttle with 4. Then Duck and AJ each have 2, and a ton of people have 1. And the Hall of Champions down at the bottom. Season 1 of Midfield Runners Cup Junior went to 11T11 with 200 points. USA Monster was 2nd, and Syra was 3rd. For Season 2, Brody J362 won it with 212 points. Mudduck 09 2nd, and D Austin 3rd. Well, that went quicker. I went through that quicker than I normally do, and that's partly because I didn't have a lot of time to work on this one, guys. But as promised, it's just a stat dump, and hopefully within a couple of days, hopefully before we race on Thursday, I'll drop the one for the main division of the league. Don't forget, guys, to check out our Discord. I'm pretty sure we've got all our seats taken for both divisions this season. We might end up going to a 3rd division sometime in the future to accommodate more people who want to get in. But you can join the Discord and talk with us. You can add me, BB Nasty, on PlayStation Network. Go to UncleEddie'sSeasoning.com. You won't be disappointed there. Goes well on meat, vegetables, anything you want to do. It's especially good if you want to smoke it. So, guys, until next time, I love you all.